So what's going on, guys? Conor, Ben, and Chris Eubanks Jr. faced off recently on the Piers Morgan show, uncensored. They're both scheduled to fight on April 26th in London. The face-off was filled with interesting takes. I mean, overall, it was a great interview. I recommend you guys check it out. I'm going to put the link in the description on the bottom. Okay, starting off, Princess Piers was getting his makeup done in front of the two fighters, which I thought was hilarious. I mean, Piers looked like he was getting prepped to get pounded by two black guys. I mean, what is this, a porn shoot or an interview? Anyways, the interview was filled with a lot of interesting takes. But one thing I want to talk about is how it took a serious turn when they asked Eubanks about his strained relationship with his father. Take a look at the clip below.
Don't like you. That's an accomplishment.
As long as
that's it, period. That's it.
Well, let's talk about that for a moment, because you have a very good relationship with your father.
Unbelievable relationship.
Has it always been good?
Yeah, he's my hero.
He's your hero?
He's my hero.
And he's been there throughout this process at your side?
He's probably struggled with it more than myself.
Why?
I'm his son. I'm his son.
Does he really want you to do this fight?
Of course, 100 million %. 100 million %, and I wish my dad done more than grab you by the throat the other day.
His father's upset more than him because he's destroyed his father's legacy.
I'm not there. Mate, you don't even get on with your dad. Talk about destroy your father's legacy.
Against the Ben's
Talk
name.
about destroy your father's legacy.
That is, that's actually what's happening.
Let me ask you, Chris, because they have a very good relationship, Conor and his dad, but you do not currently have a relationship at all, as far as I'm aware, with your father. What's going on there?
What's going on there is life is going on. Sometimes fathers and sons, they don't see eye to eye. They don't get along. They fall out. You know, it's unfortunate what is happening at this stage in my life with him.
Do you talk at all?
No, we don't. But
how long has it been like that?
Years.
How long since you last talked to him?
It's been a long time.
But give me a time scale.
I said years.
Yeah, but I'm only curious because there's been so much written about this and speculated and rumoured and everything else. I prefer to deal in talking to people at the centre of all this speculation and getting the truth to end the speculation. And I don't think it's an unreasonable thing, given you're a Ben Eubank rematch about to happen in a ring, to ask you about this. And I hope you don't. But I think people will be curious how long you've been estranged from your dad.
I mean, I've said it twice now. I don't know what more you want.
Well, you said years, but that could be 2 years or 10 years.
A couple of years.
A couple of years, okay. And what effect has that had on you?
I have upheld the family name. I've never cut corners. I've done my job. I've dedicated my life to this sport. The Eubank name is still at the top. It's still relevant. It's still respected. You know, the worst thing Conor's done is put question marks.
Well, let's come to that.
On
I'm going to come
name.
to.
No, let me talk.
Okay.
He's put question marks against the Ben name because, as they say, like father, like son. So if he's capable of cheating, did his father cheat?
I've shown more integrity and resilience.
That's the question that now arises.
You have done your whole career.
That's now the question that arises.
Then you have done your whole career. You're
like
choosing
like
to
son.
fight a welterweight.
I don't believe his father didn't know what he was doing. I just don't believe.
As I say, cleared 3
so
times
that
by
means
people
that
who are a lot smarter
Nigel
than you.
Ben could have been capable of doing the same thing in his career.
You don't know that.
No, I don't.
You're
But
just
that's the
talking
questions now.
rubbish.
That's the questions that have now arisen
You're talking rubbish.
because of
You know
what
what?
he did.
You're an idiot.
Okay, but before we get to questions like that may or may not have arisen, and they've arisen because you've been putting them out there, but just on the relationship with your dad, what was the catalyst for you getting fractured as a father and son?
It got to a stage where I needed to step out of the shadow completely. It's a big shadow.
It is.
He's also in a big shadow.
You both are.
Mine's a blessing, though.
Mine was a blessing too, but it got to a stage where I realized I have to separate myself from this huge character that's always next to me. He's different. His father kind of let him do his own thing and kind of, you know, jump in and sink or swim. My old man was always next to me. And it got to a stage where I decided that I needed to walk my own path. He was not happy with that decision. That's the start of it. Then you have the situation with my brother passing away. That affected him in a deep way, affected all of us.
I talked to him around that time, and I could tell he was profoundly impacted by that.
That's right. Mental health is a real thing. That incident, coupled with the fact that we were already not seeing eye to eye, destroyed a large part of the relationship. And it still hasn't seemed to have recovered, unfortunately.
Have you made any attempt to get back together with him?
Of course.
Has he rebuffed that?
No. No, he hasn't.
So what's stopping you, would you say?
What's stopping what?
What's stopping you getting back to talking again?
He needs to be able to get over whatever demons he's fighting. Now, this fight, it's either gonna enable him to get over those demons, or unfortunately, it's gonna make those demons grow. I don't know. I still hope he's there on the night, just like his old man will be.
Do you think he will be?
I honestly don't know. You know, I hope and I pray that he is. And I will do things to try and get him there. But if he isn't, guess what? I'm still gonna go out there and do the job.
But it's, you know, when I talk to you, we don't really know each other, but when I talk to you, I know your dad well, and have done for many decades. You're very like him. You talk like him, you look like him. You have the same kind of life views, I think. It must be a very sad thing in your life that you're estranged.
Boxing teaches you discipline, it teaches you mental stability, it teaches you how to deal with impossible odds. My father not being a part of my life anymore, it's sad, it's horrible, it's whatever you want to call it. But I understand that, guess what? There are people in this world, billions of people, that are going through things 10 times worse. So I have no right to sit here and complain and feel sorry for myself, and it's just not
If he's
me.
watching this, what would you say to him?
I'm here. I'm getting ready for the biggest fight of my life. If you want to be next to me, like his father's next to him, we can do it together. If not, no hard feelings. I'll get the job done for you, don't worry about it.
Do you love him, your dad?
He's my old man. It doesn't matter if I don't talk to him until the day I die, I'm always gonna love him. He taught me everything.
He's indicated this fight means a lot to him, that you need to win.
When did he indicate that?
This is what we've been told.
Okay. I haven't, like I said, I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard any indications from him. As far as I know, he doesn't want this fight to go ahead. He still doesn't.
Do you
think
feel that responsibility to win it for the Eubank name, given it's a Ben you're fighting?
We are both in the same boat. We both have to go forward and uphold the family name. The first fight, that was what it was all about. Now there's a lot more involved. Now there's a lot more at stake. Now it is personal between me.
Well, the stakes have been raised.
Damn, that's really sad to hear for Eubanks. You can see he really wants that relationship back with his father. You can even hear him tearing up talking about him. This is such a sharp contrast from what they used to be. I mean, Eubanks Sr., he was never short of a character. He always made a scene wherever he went. He was a larger-than-life character. His whole suit, the monocle, the Monopoly outfit he had, it would just go with him everywhere he went. Even as his son's coach. I personally don't support father and son duos in boxing. I think you can only mentor your son up to a championship level. Then he has to be coached by someone who actually coaches other fighters also. The coach has to have multiple world-class fighters in his stable. It can't just be you and your son. Eubanks, however, was a bit different. Even when his son fought, it seemed like he was taking away the spotlight from him. It felt weird because, this is your son, but he was the main character, even in his fight. It was funny to watch him. He was just hilarious. Anyways, I hope things work out between the both of them. And I hope his dad shows up for the fight too. It will be interesting to see his reaction if he sees him in the stands. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, alright? Peace.